All right, hello everybody. Get your book and have your staff paper ready. We're going to go through a few of the topics for Chapter 6, Compound Meter. I wanted to let you know in the beginning of your book there is a code, if you bought your book new, that you can scratch off and enter the code at the website listed, and you can go and get these resources that I'll be showing you. There's an ebook, some other things. So we'll go into the ebook. Chapter 6, Compound Meter. So here we are, and likewise you can follow along in the hard copy of your book as well on this. So compound meter, the biggest difference between compound meter and simple meter is that in compound meter each beat divides into 3 parts. I'll just highlight that. And so you can see for our beat unit becomes a dotted quarter, which divides into 3/8 notes and then subdivides into 6/16 notes. And we're going to work with this. If you want to get your staff notebook out, we're going to do some writing together. I have a staff notebook over here. I'll be writing along with you. You'll see here are the values. Rests, you just simply add a dot to the rests to get the beat value. And we have a smaller set of patterns, you'll notice, than when we worked with 16th notes. So that's kind of nice. We'll be working with these 3 types of patterns. But let's just go over to the staff notebook and set up a few staffs with some treble clefs. And we're going to work in 6/8. The first compound meter that we're going to work with. And let's just draw the main beat unit, the dotted quarter. So go ahead and draw some of these. Yours will be more elegant than mine with this mouse. So this is the beat unit, and you can go ahead and label that and put it next to beat unit. And in compound meter, we simply count this as 1, 2. So you'll notice in 6/8, the beat unit is 2. All right, if we divide the beat into 1/8 notes, go ahead and draw some of these. You'll see I'm putting them in groups of 3, and we're actually going to beam them into groups of 3. So beaming, beam over the top. And yours will be much easier to work with than mine with this mouse. Okay, but make the best. Do the best we can. All right, and in 6/8, we count this, and you can go ahead and write in these in your staff paper as well. 1, la, li. 2, la, li. So this is our beat division. The beat division. And you'll notice there are still 2, let's go ahead and circle these, beats. 2 main beats. So we say 1 la li, 2 la li in 6/8. Now for the subdivision, and this is why one of the reasons why we don't say triplet is because when we get to subdividing the beat in 6/8, it gets a little more complicated. We're going to need 6 subdivisions. Go ahead and draw 6 of these. I'm going to try make mine look as legit as I can with my trackpad. And then we're going to add 2 beams because these are 16ths. But we're still beaming them together in groups of 6. And that one got a little goofed. There we go. So this is our beat subdivision. Beat subdivision. And we count this one. 1 ta la ta li ta. So you'll notice 1 la li is still there, but we have a ta in between each one. Oops, don't go crooked. 1 talatalita and then 2 talatalita. Let's type 2 talatalita in, and you can write that in as we go. Two ta la ta li ta. 1 talatalita, 2 talatalita. Let's say that over and over in your own practice. Great, so this is how the divisions work. So a little bit different than when we were in simple meters. We have this hierarchy of 3. So 3 turns into 6 and so forth. Let's take a look at this dotted rhythm, 1 tali, 2 tali. So this is pattern number 5. Let's go ahead and write that one as our last pattern here. Okay, and we're going to dot the first note of each grouping and add the beam, and then 16th notes there. So inside this dotted eighth are 3/16. Remember, the dot is, you take the value of the original note, the 8th note, and you add half of it. So half of an 8th is a 16th. So you add an 8th plus a 16th, gives you 3/16 notes. Let's add that little detail, and you can see 1 talatali, 2 talatali. So 1 tali, 2 tali. Let's put in the counting just to make that clear. 1, and let's go ahead and put in parentheses what we're not saying. And you'll be doing this in the homework as well, so this is a good practice here. So 1 tali, 2 tali, 1 tali, 2 tali. So you can see the 16th notes embedded within this rhythm. All right, there we go. If you'll turn to the next page, this is page 130 in your book, there's an important aspect of compound meter that I want to highlight. So up here at the top, while simple meter signatures are straightforward, so in simple, the top number indicated the number of beats, the bottom one the beat unit. Compound meter signatures require extra steps to interpret. I'm going to highlight that. So to figure out the beat unit in compound meter, the top number divides by 3 to get the beats per measure. So I'm going to highlight that as well. And let's add a little note to this. So for example, edit. For example, divide, let's just say in 6/8. In 6/8, divide 6 by 3 equals 2. So 2 beats per measure. The bottom number you times by 3 to get the beat unit. So let's divide top number by 3. So 6 divided by 3 equals 2 beats. You times the bottom number by 3 to get the number of beats. So example 8, or our eighth note times 3 equals a dotted quarter. So back to our staff, an eighth note times 3, right? Since compound meter is in groups of 3, we can see that really well here in this beat division to beat unit. Okay, I want to show you 2 other compound meters that are important. We have 9/8 and 12/8. These are kind of the 2 other most common besides 6/8 for compound meters. And you'll see in this beautiful Dreamer, the beat has 3 beat units when we're in 9/8. So let me just play you this example on the piano of Beautiful Dreamer. And then likewise, the Mozart for 12/8 has 4 beats in the measure, or the beat unit is 4, right? 12 divided by 3 gives you 4 beats in the measure. So here's what the Mozart example sounds like. All right, so with this in mind, the assignment is to complete assignment 6.2 on page 151 and 152, and then open the other file in Blackboard to do the rhythm and melodic dictation.